Potent Pondering back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. I hope y'all all doing well. Listen, I know I ain't dropping a minute, but I wanted to come and do a video. I wanted to get caught up, touch on some of these topics, you know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all all doing well. It's the beginning of the year still, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you thumbs up this video, hype it up and all of that. Few things we want to get into. You already see what's in the topics and all of that, right? It's been a lot going on. The Cardi B, first it all set it off with the Stefan Diggs situation with the strangulation, Cardi B being intertwined, reaching out seemingly to the witness or whatever the case may be, and then Tasha K ended up posting some sort of subliminal messaging. Let me check my time. Let me see what time it is. Don't want to go over. All right, it's 5:39. So Tasha K posted something. Cardi B goes online. Also in the mix to that, some information was dropped in regards to Cardi B's dad. You know, they were trying to say that he had an incident where he was, you know, intimately assaulted someone, right? One thing I will say in regards to that is that nobody likes when anyone plays with their parents at all. So I'm not mad at her in regards to that. And actually, I've been talking about this on Twitter for a while, and I say it time to time, but this is my true sentiments. And this is nothing against anybody who supports me, who may be a profile online who operates this way. But I think that, you know, Congress is passing all of these laws and things. I think people on social media should have to post a real picture of themselves. I really do. And I guarantee you, if they had to post a real picture of themselves, a lot of these things, listen, and I understand on the other side, you know, as far as like the Cardi fans and all of them, they post a lot of like, you know, disgusting things about Nicki, her husband, and her child, right? I get it. But I think across the board, I think that if you're on social media, right, I think that you should be able to, number one, you should have to post your identification, and you have to post a picture that is analyzed to confirm that that is actually you. Because what happens is a lot of these people get behind profiles and they end up saying crazy stuff, and just because there's no face to it, they can delete and come back. You know, you ever be chatting to a page online and the next thing you know, it ain't there no more? It's like, what page are you operating as now? A lot of these pages be ops. They be trying to like infiltrate and try to get information on the low to see what you gonna say. I already know what's going on. So listen, as it pertains to Cardi in that situation with her dad, she went off, you know. She did spew some homophobic rhetoric in regards to trying to, to me, she was trying to like co-sign or trying to say, you know, this is why Nicki does XYZ, or, you know, your fave or whatever, right? I thought that that was really messy. Just say that you are the way that you are, Cardi. Just give it up the way that you giving up. Don't try to drag, oh, this is why your faves are saying so much phobic stuff or whatever. No, just come direct and say what you want to say to these people. You've been calling them twinks, glitter bottoms. You've been saying all of that stuff to them, so don't try to stand up in the moment because you see what Nicki is going through, and Nicki ain't even mean that like that, but this ain't the video for that, right? So then the conversation takes a turn. The conversation took a turn to where she was cursing out Tasha K, because Tasha K went online on Twitter and she was saying something about, you know, people contacting witnesses or whatever, right? So I immediately, when this first happened, and I heard what Cardi was saying about her, calling her bald-headed and all of that, calling her crusty, just saying different things to Tasha. I said, this has the tone of that it's anti-black. I stand on that, and I still feel that way because I don't care what nobody says. See, it's a lot of hood rats and a lot of uneducated people who blindly follow Cardi. It's just like they motherless and fatherless children, and they just need some sort of celebrity to just bring them through online, like, you know, to use them as a guide. I don't know what it is with them, but they give everybody else a hard time. But when it comes to her, she's able to get over, right? So, you know, she's the queen of gaslighting and popping her shit. So she tried to come back online talking about, oh, no, you know, why you got to be like anti-black? Like, you just ugly or whatever the case may be. You got a lot of nerve. See, this is what I try to tell you. It's something going on with Cardi. As far as like, it's the cognitive dissonance. It's the gassing that the record label and the surgeons did to her because, baby, on the best day, I would give her like a 4 or 5 before the surgery, all right? She's not a New York City Dominican baddie at all. She's never been that. So it's really puzzling to me that somebody with the face like that, and you telling Tasha, oh, you can't rock with this face. You ain't seeing none of my faces. Sweetheart, do you remember what you look like going through that airport? Like, you're nothing to brag about. This is why only the hood niggas like Offset, you see what he operate as. Cheese doodle finger, Nick bag, dime bags dudes who just want to get something that look a little foreign. You know what I'm saying? Look a little foreign. You're not the New York City baddie. And I've been saying this for months and years in my videos. And I'm not trying to like play her or anything like that. But you know that you don't measure up. You know that you're not the New York City baddies going up in the damn Dominican, getting a doobie blown out and all of that, coming out bad as hell, walking down. Listen, rap gave you an ego. Rap gave you an ego. So listen, just to touch on this as well, because I feel like this is relevant to bring up. Now, it was a video that was going around and Cardi B ended up responding to Jessie Woo. Cardi B was feeling like Jessie Woo was a hating ass, jealous ass bitch or whatever, but she had just come off calling, you know, Tasha K ugly or whatever, right? Now, I don't think that Jessie Woo, I don't think that Jessie Woo is strikingly more beautiful, or even if she is more beautiful than Tasha K, why you ain't call her ugly? Because you coming off of that and you ain't want to make it look a certain type of way that you giving that energy towards black women. So you spewing phobic talking points when you went at that fan saying all that craziness to him. You came at Tasha K calling her bald headed and all of this and all of that. Listen, Cardi, I don't care what you say. I don't care what the fans say. You don't like black women. You use them as your stepping stones, and a lot of them is so stupid. They just want to parade around and sing your music, and they don't really understand the true feelings and sentiments behind the person. But I'll tell you this. This is why, one of the reasons why people don't really know everything that's going on with Cardi, because her day to day, unless she's spazzing like that, they don't really tune in for it. They tune in and watch every little single thing Nicki does. This is why when she went up and did that Turning Point USA thing, do you notice all of the people who would say to you online, who would even be on their channels, making it seem like they don't rock with Nicki, they don't like her like that? It seemed like they were so upset. Why are you so upset? You been gave up on this person long ago. Wasn't you talking about her husband's situation? But you can't wait to report on her, but I thought you gave up on her. So it's like everybody feels like they have some sort of ownership towards Nicki, and then Cardi tries to use that as like a loophole to gain more, you know, notoriety, to feel like people are gonna like her more or whatever. I don't understand, because the damn tour ain't selling, and all I see is when I click on that damn Ticketmaster and look at the seats, all I think about is I am blue, da da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee. All I see is I'm blue. That's all I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I want you to check this out. This is from that girl, Naomi Campbell from TikTok. She had a perfect way to sum up this whole thing in regards to Cardi B. Let's go.
An industry plant that spews homophobia, colorism, ableism, and so much more. Why do you all let Cardi B get away with whatever? Do you hate Nicki that much? Now, Tasha K is a journalist of sorts, just like myself, but unfortunately she was assaulted as a child. So of course Barney B deemed it appropriate for her to make fun of that. Excuse me, B word? The not so smart mother of four was arguing with a robot because it spread false information stating that her father was allegedly a PDF file. This is how she acts as soon as she gets back from Saudi Arabia. She should have stayed over there. That's the real quote-unquote female rapper that needs to be deported. Cardi B is a 33-year-old multi-millionaire yelling at the top of her lungs to strangers, calling them the R word because apparently she can say whatever she wants to with no consequences. Where is her PR manager? The non-lyric writing rapper also was making fun of men that wear lip gloss and threatened to sue people for having an opinion of her. She seems to be going through postpartum depression. I would be depressed too if my husband and my boyfriend was making my life hell. Upset still has not signed the divorce papers, is stealing her money, allegedly. And just a few days ago, he was claiming the newborn baby as his own that she made with another man. The man in question, of course, is Stefan, the alleged strangler, who clearly didn't want a baby out of this PR relationship. And to top it off, the tickets aren't selling for her tour. She's finding out in real time what kind of fans she has. Not ones that want to spend money on her. She also stated that she may have to come out of pocket. Atlantic said, F you, your tour, and your baby daddy drama. Cardi B's life is a circus because she's a clown. But at least she has all that money to keep her warm at night. You're welcome. I love ya.
So listen, you heard the sentiments and she meant the shit. And listen, let's get into the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that happened. The Jessie Woo situation happened. Cardi came back out, you know, talking about why y'all always want to use black women or whatever. But because the point about it is that it does look a certain type of way when you keep going at black women over and over, and you're never saying anything to any of these Latinas. You ain't hitting them with no subpoenas, but you quick to get on your knees for a black man for some peanuts, huh? Listen. So the thing about it is, Selena Powell recently, you already know the Hollywood that hoe. Listen. Offset, it should have been in your NDA to get this bitch your NDA. It should have been in your DNA to make this sign an NDA. Now she talking about she ate in your ass and now calling you gay. Now you out here on the casinos catching a stray. That's crazy to me. You knew that this bitch was thoughtacious, fucking this hoe in spots that's spacious. You already know she audacious, but what can we expect? He married 11 faces, and that's straight off the top. That's crazy what I said. Yo, you know she thoughtacious, huh? Fucking in spots that's spacious. You know she audacious, but what can we expect when he married 11 faces? That's crazy right there. That's crazy work. What can we expect from Offset really? Cheese doodle finger hood nigga that see a little something, alright, ma, what up, ma? And you know what I'm saying? That's that. But anyway, Selena Powell did this crazy interview. She sat on this whack ass platform, right? So she's just spilling on Offset. She said a few things like in regards to Offset wanting to cause bodily harm to Stefon Diggs. You know, Cardi is his wife. You already know how people feel when things happen in that nature, when you're dealing with somebody, you know, that they dealt with. A lot of men get enraged and they feel a certain type of way and they want to put that work in or whatever, right? So she exposed these messages where allegedly Offset is saying that he wanted to put that work in. She also, and this is what I didn't like because you don't realize the hindrance, and this is what a 304, a straight up hoe would do, right? She brings in and says that Offset was communicating with her daughter Culture. And this is where I'm going to connect the dots with the black women and the non-black women. She said that Offset was speaking to the daughter Culture because allegedly there is some sort of restraining order between Cardi and the kids and he can't see them or whatever, right? So she said, Selena Powell stated that Offset was speaking to Culture through his younger daughter. So that exposed their connection. So now the younger daughter probably can't speak to her sister no more. Thank you, Selena Powell. Thank you. But you don't realize, but see, it's all about getting the black phallus in your mouth. That's what it's all about. And listen, I personally said this on my Twitter. I want to read the message to you explicitly, right? So she did that. And then she also talked about Offset ate that. She ate Offset ass and, you know, trying to imply that he was gay. Right? So this is what I said in regards to Selena Powell, as I feel wholeheartedly in regards to her and Cardi. I said Selena Powell, in my opinion, is working with Cardi B because why is she so quiet about the disrespect? Just to name and also put this up, Selena Powell stated that Culture, and whether we know this to be true or not, she didn't say allegedly, she said that there was some sort of information that Culture was not accepting the new baby and that, you know, she didn't meet Stefon Diggs yet or whatever. Certain things that I feel like you shouldn't have said. And where is the damn Bodak, the Latina, the damn Bodega Mammy? Where is she at to even combat anything that she said? Like, don't be talking about my daughter, bitch. You know how she give it up. Don't ever mention my kids or whatever. Why you ain't respond to her? Are y'all working together? So listen, let me read my text, my tweet in full. I said, Selena Powell, in my opinion, is working with Cardi B because why is she so quiet about the disrespect? She mentioned your daughter. She said your daughter be side-eyeing your newborn baby. Your daughter ain't meet Stefon Diggs. Why you ain't come out and rush that out and say anything about that to the Thotina? Because y'all both Thotinas. But you ain't gonna hit her with no damn subpoena because you on your knees trying to get some black peanut. Huh? So I said, you know, she ain't come at her for, you know, in regards to the disrespect. I think a hoe sent a hoe to seal Offset's fate in court. Like, she ain't said one word. She ain't say one word to the non-black woman at all. She ain't say one word to the girl. She ain't say one word. She would have been online like, oh no, I'ma sue you. I'ma do this or do that. Don't talk about my daughter, bitch, or whatever. I don't play that game. Where you at? Where your location at? I'm going in that mouth. She ain't say nothing because I feel like the information that Selena Powell exposes is going to help her in court. So now you just damaged the relationship with Offset's daughter, Culture sister, where she's probably not even going to be able to reach out and call her anymore. Who knows what type of you know, consequences this is going to have on Offset in court or whatever. You know, who knows if this would even be taken up. But I'm pretty sure Cardi, with her lawyers, they're going to definitely take this information and they're going to send it over and try to like seal his fate. So Selena Powell, to me, she's very toxic. So not only does she want to extract the black nut out of the testicles like Cardi, it's like she over here trying to ruin homes too, because that's what she's trying to do. So now Culture probably ain't gonna be able to talk to her sister no more. And this shit might be fake, right? But I want to read to you, Selena Powell came back at me when I made that post. For some reason, she must have been searching her name and all of that, but she found it. What she said? Or she deleted it. She deleted her post because she know better, right? she deleted it, but she said yes because Cardi knew Offset was gonna run off with my money. Laughing out loud. You sound slow. I haven't spoken to her or anyone affiliated with her. I simply handled Offset because he got me effed up. She has, and then I can't read the rest of the message, but I responded back to her. Shut up, you effing thought, sucking Black D, trying to ruin black families. Not when listen. If you see my Twitter page, I ain't talking about Cardi when I say black families. I'm talking about Offset, his daughter. You know that connection and all of that. I'm not talking about Cardi. She ain't no black family. Searching your name and trying to control the narrative. I said what the fuck I said. Non-black ass starting all of this drama by the means of black dick industry hoe. And listen, I felt, because I really feel this way. Like in my heart of hearts, I feel like, and it could, listen, this is my opinion. This is Potent Pondering with LaRon. I do feel like it was odd that Cardi didn't come online and get it popping with a person who mentioned her daughter. You get it popping about anybody else who played with your daughter name. Why you ain't come online and get it popping with that? She'll be able to search that years later and see that, and seeing that you ain't say that. Remember, that was the reason you came at Bia, because you said your daughter or somebody could be online and they could potentially see that, you know, she came at you years ago and you ain't never say nothing. She said you said that they would see that you ain't never say nothing and you couldn't go out like that. I understand going out for your last name and making it seem like you rah 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 and you get in the streets and do whatever, but why you ain't do it to the non-black girl? So it does look a little crazy. So it looks away when you come at Tasha K. It looks away when you come at Jessie Woo. And Jessie Woo, even though I'm mad at her because of the coverage that she did towards Nicki, yo, ever since Jessie Woo did that coverage on Nicki Minaj for the Turning Point, it was just like, I didn't like what she did, because it was like, in her commentary, she used all of these girls when they're mad at Nicki, they use Cardi. They be like, they'll use Cardi in the situation. But then Cardi dissed your ass like 2 weeks later. She came at you talking crazy 2 weeks later. So now you're out there on this island and you're just like, you know, and I understand Cardi has no room to call anybody dumb. So you ate her up on that. You ate her ass up on that. I was definitely feeling that, you know, the way that she gave it up completely to Cardi, because Cardi is a damn nincompoop. She is, you know? And furthermore, for her trying to say to Jessie Woo, like, oh, why did I make it further than you? You made it further than her because of the game, because of the colorism, because I don't know whether you got your knees dirty and was on your knees and getting your head bopping. I don't know, but you know that certain people get pushed. Just because you get pushed, I mean, you got the talent. Just because you get pushed on when you got the talent. And this girl right now is super gassed. Cardi B, I'm talking. She's super gassed because she's talking about my album doing XYZ because they just changed the streaming rules. So now it's looking like you doing a little bit of sales or whatever. That album flopped, Cardi. That album is only doing the numbers it's doing because of those old songs that you threw on there from 7 years ago. Like, stop playing these games. Like, you trying to tell us that you pretty. You trying to tell us that you selling. You trying to tell us that the tour numbers is numbering, and they ain't numbering. It's a lot of blue, da-da-dee-da-da-da. It's a lot of damn blue on them damn maps. You understand? Like, it's a lot of blue on the map. So me personally, y'all know, if you go through the history of my channel, I've been saying that Cardi B did not like black people. I've been saying that. Been saying that. This is why, like, when everything came out last week, I didn't rush to do no video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do this at my pace and at my time when I want to do it. But I've been saying these things. So it's just like, when the topics don't really be that. The topics be worthy of commentary and all of that, but it don't be no rush for me. I'll be like, I've been talking about this. You know? Just like when something happened with her before and somebody used my video of me talking about it, and it was like, I didn't care about reposting or nothing, because like, I've been talking about this. People just now trying to like wake up to it and be like, oh yeah, she doesn't like, I've been telling y'all that. But y'all wake up to stuff slow and you want to believe people and you want to, you know, support them. No, I see what it is quick. I diagnose situations quick. I look at things on the cellular level. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, ain't that crazy? Offset, this should have been in your DNA to get that NDA. Now she's saying she ate your ass and calling him gay? That's crazy how you caught a stray out in the casino. What you mean though? You knew this hoe was thoughtacious, fucking on spots that spacious. You know she audacious, but what could we expect when he married 11 faces? Then he left the bitch with no traces. Brought the flowers in all vases. Up in Twitter spaces, spacing. Listen, Potent Pondering, never pandering. I want your comments below. Listen, I'll try to do better with uploading some more videos this month and all of that, you know. Yeah, I got a lot going on right now, but doing extremely well at work. Extremely well. I'm so blessed. Like, one of the biggest blessings that happened to me coming back to New York is that, like, I got an amazing job. So I really love everything that's going on with work right now. Everything with family is good. And I'm just proceeding, you know, putting one foot in front of the other and just doing what I got to do. So listen, I hope y'all all are blessed. Leave your comments below and I'm up out of here. Peace.